How's it going, people? Welcome back to my channel. Here I am again today, second stream of the day. And to be honest, it's because I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated that every time I open up Twitter or YouTube throughout today, it's all about the same thing. And I'm not saying it shouldn't be, but it shouldn't all be about Mikel Arteta. I'm not even hearing 5% of it aimed towards the board and ownership at the moment, but here we are. I hope to get some substance out of some people today. I don't want to just hear Arteta out or he needs to go, or the generic statements we've heard over and over again about him, Emery and Arsene Wenger, which I've been a part of at times too. What I want to hear is what would be next if you got your wish. Who would be next, what would be next, and how would we go about it all? Because I feel like that's the only way to kind of open some more eyes now. I feel like we're at a standstill in terms of fans on their very own roundabout at present. As much as the club are on a roundabout, which I've mentioned for about 6 months now, I feel like the fans are on their very own roundabout, and that roundabout is ignoring the truth, you know? The truth is at every exit, and the fans choose to just keep on going round and round and round. And let's hope we get some substance today. Let me go through the comments now. Jamie Dodger first in. The board is the biggest issue at Arsenal, but this manager isn't doing his job properly. 14th is a disgrace. The way he lies to protect the board just shows he's a yes man. It does seem so. 14th is a disgrace. And I pretty much agree with everything you've just said there, mate. You know, there's not much more to add on it. M1 Dan says, big up Turkish. Mikel Arteta is proven to be part of the problem. But Stan Kroenke has proved he is the problem. This shouldn't even be a debate. It shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be a debate, but it is. Sadly, it is. And it's not sadly because I care about Mikel Arteta. It's sadly because here we are again. It's just a different name in the managerial role. Head coach, manager, all the same thing to me. Jay Torres, super chat, difficult to believe in the process when there's no progress. Kroenke needs to back not only Arteta, but the whole football club in general. Exactly. The process started when Kroenke become majority owner. I've said it and I'll say it again. Majority owner, not full owner, majority. Once you own the majority of a company, it's in your best interest to make sure that company is doing well. It's in your best interest, especially considering you wanted to buy the club outright in the not so distant future. But the process that started there has literally gone backwards every season. Every season, even the season where we did finish second and on paper it looked good, we wasn't challenging for the title. You know, we wasn't. We pipped Tottenham to second on the last day of the season. It was all good on paper, but the reality is it's never been good since we left Highbury. Another super chat here. Hi, T. For you, what could be the best direction to follow to put Arsenal back at the top? Players, new coach, owner. And now I know you have interest in, I don't know what's going on at the end there, but I get the question. And I appreciate the super chat. The best direction to follow to put Arsenal back at the top. Listen, there's 3 ways. There's only 3 ways where this can work out in our favor as fans. There's only 3 ways. Number 1, Kroenke sells up. Yeah, that's number 1. And then potentially the risk is it doesn't work out in our favor. The person who owns the club after Kroenke is just as bad, if not worse. I don't see how he could be, or she could be, or they could be, whoever it is. But that's the risk there. The other option, Kroenke changes his ways, you know, decides to become a lot more interested, a lot more invested, and not just financially, you know, interest, due diligence, and more hands-on approach to your business wouldn't go amiss, you know. That's how he sees it, his business. So that's what I'm going to call it, his business. So that's option 2. He just changes his ways, which also looks unlikely at present. And now the third option is we get in a manager that just clicks. We get in that Jurgen Klopp Liverpool effect, where essentially financially not much has changed at the club. Financially at Liverpool, yeah, before and after Klopp, there is not much difference at all. And if there is any difference, it might even be more money spent prior, you know. But when you look at Klopp, his investments, his assets that he had when he came to the club, obviously we don't have those assets, but in terms of a managerial appointment, it clicked. He worked under conditions that were not ideal and he made it work. or Poch at Tottenham, who worked under stringent conditions, no transfer windows at times, limited funds, a stadium move, hands tied behind his back at times, but still remain consistent. And on top of remaining consistent, he improved them from what he originally came in and had them as. That's the third option. And that third option, in reality, without assets, because Klopp, without assets at Liverpool to make those sales and get in that money and flip it in a sense, and he flipped it very well. That's all part of it too. It's all good and well having assets and making the money out of it, but it's how you flip it. It's how you reinvest. It's how you do your due diligence in the market. That is exactly what it comes down to. So for me, the best direction back to the top is obviously one of those options, mate. I can't even pinpoint which one it is. I'll take any of them at the moment. Any of them. I'd rather he sell up. Yeah, I'd rather he sell up, because then I see a light coming at the end. A new manager might not necessarily do that. You might get another underwhelming appointment where you have to raise your own expectation and hope and optimism off the back of very little, which a lot of the fans have had to do, including myself with Mikel Arteta when he first came in. He was no one's number one choice. But when he came in, you support him, you back him, you wish him the best. You hope he gets all the platform, the resources, the tools, which he didn't. But we are always going to talk about the manager, it seems, regardless of who it is. We're only 5-6 minutes in, but later on, it has to be a pretty short one today, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes later on. I'm on Lee Gunner's channel at 9 p.m. So make sure you look out for that if you haven't already. And Wednesday, I'll be with Lee Judges, and it'll be another interesting one. I can't lie to you. This Wednesday, I'm not sure what the time is set at, if it's 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. this Wednesday. I think it's going to be at 6 p.m. Let me know. But the Arsenal Lounge right here, if you haven't, make sure you go follow that, subscribe to that. I've been doing a show with Lev, Shaheen, and Lee Judges for the past 4 or 5 weeks. And you know me and Lee Judges from AFTV, and you know how much our opinions overlap in terms of what we need done at Arsenal Football Club. But the Arsenal Land says, man like Turkish Kroenke out all day long, bro. Even if Arteta goes there, will be another yes man coming in. Until they are here, it will exactly the same as now. And that is the risk, another yes man, because this board and ownership are not going to really bring in someone that's going to be like, nah, you man mad. What kind of contract is this? The wages seem all right, but how are you going to give man this much money and it's not going to work? Top managers are not going to work under those stringent conditions when there's so many other clubs giving more of a platform, more speedy change than Arsenal at present. We only have to go back to last year, actually, where Brendan Rodgers decided to re-sign with Leicester amid interest from Arsenal. And when you look at the timeline and whatnot, and you look when Ljungberg had to take over for a few weeks, it looked like we didn't have an option post Emery. It might have been Brendan Rodgers. And when he re-signed for Leicester, we had to rethink. In essence, I'm not saying that was the guy for us either. Probably just worked him within our budget. Curtis Chappell says, big up my favorite Gunners YouTuber first. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate that. And I appreciate every single one of you guys in the live now. Like I said before, make sure it's not just Arteta out. Make sure it's a bit of a story behind it. I need to hear more behind that. But let me just carry on reading this super chat. I appreciate that too, Curtis. Don't matter who we get. No manager, past or present, can challenge with this team while Kroenke is in charge, in my opinion. Forget the in my opinion, bro. I think it's the opinion of a lot of people here right now. And a lot of fans. A lot of fans. But at the same time, it doesn't seem to be the majority opinion. The majority do still seem to put an awful lot of weight, either on positivity, which is baffling to me, because positivity has no place amongst what Arsenal Football Club have done over the last decade and more, or the managerial basket where everyone wants change in that department, when in reality, like a couple of the super chats so far have said, no manager worth anything, in terms of the Simeones or Allegri's or either Ancelotti's or the Rafa Benitez's, even maybe Rafa. considering some of the jobs he's taken. But none of these top managers will come in and accept the conditions given to them. Why? Because they know what's necessary. They know what's necessary. Let me just go back to this. Did I answer this full one? New coach, new owner. Well, it'll get answered as we go. It'll get answered as we go. Let me see what's going on here. Nippon says, Turkish, if we were in the same calamity at Chelsea, we would be asking for Lampard's head, not giving him second chances. Now, Nippon, this is the problem. Chelsea are Chelsea. Chelsea have a different formula, a different mindset, a different ambition to Arsenal Football Club. Completely different, you know. You can trust Roman that he's making change for the right reason, and that's winning. You know, sometimes it's going to hurt Chelsea fans what Roman does, and he has done it in the past, but you know he wants to win. Whether that's for Chelsea Football Club or for himself and his own ego, regardless, him winning means Chelsea winning. It's completely different. Here, as much as I agree with you, and actually, I look at Chelsea fans sometimes and I think you're even the way you are, you're over the top with managers at times. Because look at Conte, for example, sacked the year after he won the league, sacked the year after. He pretty much changed up how teams played in the league with the three at the back and the wing backs. Or Sarri, who achieved what he had to achieve in terms of Champions League football, won a trophy, but in the end, it didn't work out because fans didn't really warm to him as much as maybe people wanted. Or maybe he didn't get along with Roman. You know, I don't want to get into Chelsea too much, but there's a big difference with how you lot run and how we run. You know, winning might not even be in the top 5 key things that Kroenke is trying to take out of Arsenal Football Club. If it was, he wouldn't have let us go downhill so much so that we are now making a loss. You know, where are all the people 5 years ago saying we'll run as a good business? Wenger's doing a good business. That's why obviously the board are happy with him. Well, what kind of business goes this way? What kind of business is the second best or second richest in its field in the country? And 15 years after moving into a stadium that brings in however much more revenue than your previous stadium, you are now making a loss in a competition that's, you know, it's not acceptable. And on a wage structure that they tell us is Champions League, but in essence, you look at the squad and there's nothing Champions League about it. So it's a tough one, you know. It's a tough one. Lee, don't worry about it. Like I said, I'll be doing Lee Gunner's stream at 9 p.m. So I'm not here for too much longer. 25 minutes, we'll give it something like that. But I needed to just talk to people. I was frustrated earlier. A video I done, I was on someone else's channel. I was on Curtis's channel. Big up Curtis. He had a video earlier, 3,000 people in it, done his thing. AFTV talking about an hour ago. And then listen, yeah, that's it. Another one I remembered. Mourinho. You can't compare Mourinho at Tottenham to Arteta at Arsenal. You can't say if we had Mourinho, we will be where Tottenham are, or we would have made that improvement. Tottenham's team were better than us before Arteta came in, before Mourinho went in. You know, they were finishing above us consistently before. They had more character and more of a winning mentality than Arsenal Football Club. You know, player-wise, personnel-wise, definitely. Don't let the FA Cup fool you in that thinking. When you look at the league tells you exactly what it is. Every season, you know, every season, what the league is, that is exactly what it is. And at the end of the day, judging it for what it is, when you look, they have Kane, they have Son, they have Ndombele, they have a good defense in terms of personnel here and there. They have an experienced goalkeeper. Whereas with us, it's completely different, you know, completely different. So you can't just compare the two and think, okay, if it worked out there, it's going to work out here. It's not like that at all. It's not like that at all. Let's see where we're going here. Babby Shamor back again. The man Arsenal needs is the manager that will demand world-class players during the transfer window. In other words, Arteta out will not bring the right man. 100%. You know, because as I was reading that, I was thinking, hold on. Are you like, because obviously I've seen your comments in previous videos. I was thinking, what, have you just flipped it and said, yeah, Arteta out, enough is enough. But yeah, you make sense at the end, because you are right. We need a manager that's going to demand change at this club, and quick, you know. Not just money, it's the pace of change. It's how many people we get rid of, you know, how much we recoup for them. That's not on the manager. That's on the people above the manager. That's not on Kroenke either. It's on the people he hires. But he's been consistently hiring the wrong sort of people, So I have to blame him for that too. Hence why when people tell me, but he spends money, he spends as much as this team. Look at the net spend of the last five. Cool. It's not just about spending. It's how you spend, how quick you spend, how much you address your issues when you spend. It's all of these things. On paper, it looks like, okay, cool, you're up there, but in reality, you're not, because you've done mismanagement from top to bottom in terms of wage structure, personnel, positions, imbalance, the midfield light as hell. Without Thomas Partey, that midfield is a 0 out of 10. A 0 out of 10. Tell me I'm wrong. Without Thomas Partey, the midfield is 0 out of 10. There is not one thing I can rate about it, or any other team would rate about it. Done out here, So it's crazy. It's crazy. Come on, put me in there, man. You already know. I probably wouldn't accept the conditions either. I'll be like, you're not mad. Do you know who we got right here? I bet if you want me to accept this, then do me a favor. Sell Bellerin. Sell Maitland-Niles or Cedric. One of them. Keep one of them as a backup. We buy a right back. Sell... let Mustafi, Socrates, Louise go. Sell Holding, Chambers, goodbye. Bring me 3 new centre-backs. 1 starting. Bring Saliba in and bring me 1 backup as well. Fuck it. That's all 5 of them, complete with Mari and Gabriel. Sell Kolasinac. This is too much already. And I haven't even left the defence yet. But this is too much to ask of this board. They'd turn me down straight away, regardless of what I've won. I could have won 4 or 5 Champions Leagues in a row if I came with such audacity to them to say, I want to get rid of this person and that person. They'll be like, whoa, that's a bit mad. You don't ask for much in this job, mate. Yeah? You sign the contract, you fall in line, and you shut the hell up. Do your job. Don't talk to me. Don't call me. Call him. Vinay. Give him your number, mate. That's how it seems like the job is done at the club. And 94 says Arteta out show by next week. But get a Maggie G. I can't lie to you. There won't be an Arteta out show on this channel. And that is what it is. You might hear me say it in videos to come. You might hear me say it's untenable now. 5-6 L's in the last 7 games is too much. You might hear me say that, like, enough is enough. Cool, I understand. He's got to go. Similar with Unai Emery. I didn't do a Unai Emery out video on my channel. It just got untenable. It just got disgraceful. It just got sad to the point where something had to change. And during the season, the players can't. It's the manager that has to change. But I've said it. I'm going to say it again. The cheek of these players. Again, Nippon, I hope you're still here. But Chelsea, yeah? You lot will win the league with a manager. I think it was Jose. The next season, down tools because he's calling every man out. He's doing a madness. You finish 10th, yeah? But those players are worth something to you, man. They've done something to you. As fans, you love them players because you've won stuff with those players. Who was it at that time off the top of my head? It might have been Fabregas, Costa, Hazard times, They won you the league the year before. So obviously this season, you could tell there's a big problem between the manager and the personnel. So cool. Get rid of the manager that was a legend at your club before that. I don't know how you man look at him now, obviously joining Tottenham and Man United too. But at that time, when he was sacked, it was a big thing. It had to be done. But at the same time, it was a big thing, especially considering he wanted that longevity at the club. The amount he hated on Wenger for about that. He definitely wanted that longevity. But he didn't get it, So at the end of the day, Bargav said, do you think we are going broke? Mate, we are going broke. We made a loss last year. I'm not saying we are broke, but we're on the way. We've been on the way for the last 10 years, if you look at the book. So if on the way is this, if that's on the way, then yeah, we're on the way. Yeah, because as a football club and as a brand, we will never be broke. Don't get it twisted. But we are on the way. Another 10 years of this, then ask me that question again. God knows what social media will be them times. Babby says Arsenal had the chance to sell Maitland-Niles but kept him because he performed and they saw him as a part of the team. Now he never plays. What was the point? Exactly. What was the point in keeping Maitland-Niles if you're not going to do it? What was the point of Cedric coming in if you're going to keep Maitland-Niles? What was the point in signing Cedric keeping Bellerin when he expressed that he might want to leave and it's about time, because that's what Arteta said he did express. And Maitland-Niles when he pretty much said the same thing and Wolves were interested in him. I just don't get it. Instead of what are we doing? We signed one of them and didn't sell any of the other two, when in reality we could have sold at least one of them. It's crazy. It is crazy. And then you tell us we ain't got money. And you know Aouar as well. I want to talk about Aouar. No, I don't even want to talk about Aouar. Just know Aouar isn't the player we think he is, or the player that people made him out to be this summer. I feel like it's just one of those things where we've been starving as a fan base, and any player linked is going to get lauded. Aouar, for me, there's better options out there, but we obviously didn't have a plan B. Mr. Rose says, bro, you speak too much facts. People need to learn. The board and owners are the issue. Do you know what it's like? It's like, what's them people called? Ventriloquist. Is it a ventriloquist? Puppet master? Whatever. Ventriloquist. The thing's on your hand, yeah? The thing's on your hand, yeah? So say I'm Kroenke. This is Wenger, yeah? This is what's happening. We as a fan base had enough of that, understandably. This is where I agree, because it's too much. Yeah? What we did, that of smash Wenger, like enough. That is enough. Kroenke came, put the Emery puppet on. Emery spoke out a few times against him, but essentially as a fan base, what we did, we ripped that same puppet off his hand. When are you going to go bang the guy in his own face instead of the hand all the time, ripping the puppet off? When are you going to attack the main issue? Oh shit, Expressions just replied. I should be doing a video with Expressions later this week for the Tottenham game too. But when are you going to attack the fucking puppet master, ventriloquist? Stop attacking the puppets, because obviously Arteta looks like another one. But how many times are we going to attack the puppet and the man in front of the problem? Because it's too much now. Let me see what's going on here. What kind of a question is, how many points in the next 5 in the league? Let me pull up our next 5 in the league live and direct. We've got Tottenham next, obviously, but let me just pull up the next 5 live and direct. And right now, off the back, what is it? Monday, 24 hours since that result. Yeah. All right, cool. Next 5 in the league. Tottenham away. That's my answer to that. Arsenal, Burnley. We'll win that. 3 points. Arsenal, Southampton. Yeah, that's my answer to that. Everton, Arsenal. Please see above. Arsenal, mate. 5. You know, I can't answer this question because it's just going to be embarrassing. We have to take it every game as it comes. Every game as it comes. You can't just... Nah, I can't foresee more than 6 points out of those next 5 games, which is mad considering the position we are in. 6 points from the next 5 games is not enough. It's not enough. Happily take him at Chelsea, and he might work out at Chelsea because he won't need to do as much as he needs to do at Arsenal. He won't have as much responsibility. He'll probably be the utility player that you can use here, there, and everywhere and do a job. That's fine. But at Arsenal Football Club, too much pressure. 1 minute, fans want him as the right back. 1 minute, fans want him as the left wing back. 1 minute, fans want to see him centre mid, right wing. There's too much pressure. Too much pressure. You know, it's just not worked out. There was another super chat somewhere here, man. Did I read it? Nah, there isn't a super chat. Maybe I missed it. Sorry, people. If I missed your super chat, I apologize. Ginger says, can you please expand on Aouar? He just isn't the guy we think he is. That is just the simple facts. He hasn't done anything for us to really think he's going to be the next best thing in Europe, or like however people was talking about him. He's not that guy. He has potential, cool, but he isn't lighting up France. Not that lighting up France means much considering Pepe coming over from there after lighting the shit out of it. You know, he hasn't managed to light up nothing around here. But Aouar, for me, a few Champions League performances. It's not enough for us to know fully if he's going to come in and be the one we need. You know, we need more certified players as much as we need potential too. Potential is not going to come in and fix our problems at the football club. Potential will come in and give us hope. You know, that is all good and well. I know I'm talking about a younger bracket here, but all right, with Martinelli, there's a lot of potential in that sign, and it gives us hope. It gives us something to see in the next coming years ahead in terms of development, But it's not enough, because to aid their development in the best possible way, you need to be bringing experience in the positions where you need it. And I don't mean experience by 27, 28, 29 years old all the time. Sometimes 23, 24-year-olds have a bag of experience under their belt and they're coming into their prime. It's not up to me to determine who these people are. At the end of the day, with Szoboszlai, cool. Found out about him last year, very young. But since I've been watching him, I'm very interested. Very interested. Aouar, found out about him in the summer. Since I've caught up on him and since I've been watching him this season, obviously he's been in and out the side through one reason or another. Not impressed at all. Not impressed at all. So that is my opinion on Aouar. But back to the matter on hand. Where are we, man? Where are we? We need a Dangote in movement, pressure, Kroenke. We need something like that. We need a movement for sure that's going to keep up momentum, maintain momentum, isn't looking to seek a relationship with the club. The movement has to be there to oppose the club, challenge the club, not seek email correspondence and fucking WhatsApp group messages and all this stuff, because a lot of the movements so far have gone down that road and it hasn't looked good since. We need someone to challenge them in a similar manner. Spirit of Shankly challenged Liverpool and their owners and choices they make, Damn, 6 points indeed. What do you expect? I started reading out the teams we're playing. I thought, let me stop reading. It's too much. I'm here to talk about Arteta or Kroenke. But like I said at the beginning, people, tell me, is there anyone that is actually fully tonight Arteta out? I'm going to talk about this with Lee soon as well. So I'm going to ask him as well. So make sure you tune into that 9 o'clock because I know Lee's fully Arteta out. So it'd be interesting to see what he thinks. Turkish, what signings would you make? Szoboszlai is definitely... Listen, there's too many to mention. I honestly can't lie to you, Too many to mention, but you can get a Lamptey for a good fee. You can get a Szoboszlai for a good fee. If you wanted to bring in another young centre-back, and you need to bring in an experienced one too, to be honest, in terms of 25, 26 years of age. There's names out there. Ozan Kabak, Schalke, obviously, I know him from the Turkish national team and keeping a close eye. There's names in and around there in terms of experience and who we can get at present. Who knows? Because I didn't think we could get Pepe last summer. I didn't think we could get Partey this summer. That's up to the club to know what release clauses are out there. I'm not an agent to know what's going on in the market. So that's up to them. Like I didn't know someone like Matt Doherty was available in the summer. Or like Lamptey. We didn't know he was available. Yeah, we could do with him. We could do with him too. And apparently we was linked, but I don't know where I saw that on. And let me not say apparently we was linked. Who believes that trash? Let me see what's going on here. I got a lot of yeses here. I don't know. Did I ask? I forgot if I even asked a question. What is my step-by-step process? The step-by-step process is keep your foot on the necks of the board. And you know what? It's demoralizing because I don't have a process. I'll be honest. When we was at games and that, okay, you could make statements. You could walk out in the 49th minute. You could walk out at halftime. You could walk in at halftime. You could do a lot. Banners, chants, pressure, atmosphere. You can not manipulate, but you can do a lot in terms of unity together, wanting change. But without fans, what can we do, people? I'm open to suggestions too. Like I said, I think we need a new group. And by group or movement, whatever you want to call it, like a We Care Do You, but a more serious one, a more focused one, a more challenging one. And by challenging, I mean challenging the decisions of this board and ownership and club. That would go a long way in bridging the gap between us, the little men on the ground, the fans, or little women, however they see us, on the ground, and them, the big wigs. would have a supporters group to believe in, would have a supporters group to direct us. That would go a long way. But at present, it doesn't seem like we're any closer to that reality. It seems like we're further away than we was last summer, which is amazing considering we are probably worse than we was last season. Well, probably when you look at some of the stats floating about in terms of goals scored, in terms of points, in terms of all of that. At the moment, and this is why this is a conversation. I remember when Reyes was seen as a good sub player waiting to get sold shortly. Reyes would massacre anyone in our current Arsenal team without trying. Levels, standards, rest in peace, Reyes. Levels have dropped. The standards have dropped. See, back again, me, I'm fully out, but at the same time realize would still be fucked, but would rather have someone who's done it before. But we all know how Arsenal is with budgets and things. 100%. We had someone who's done it before, years on end, Arsene Wenger, and he even couldn't do it anymore with what he was given. Hence why I can't have that same hope and optimism that someone who has done it before will do it. Because as much as I would take Pochettino, as much as I think he could work under these conditions, I can't guarantee it. I can't say for sure that it's going to work, So it's a shame. It is a shame. Let me see. I'm Arteta out because he did not back and support Ozil. He would have coached Ozil to his soothing. I don't know what's going on there, which would have helped him on his first season. In all honesty, when I hear Ozil, it's like the violins have come out behind me and it's a sob story. Forget Ozil and Arteta. There was Ozil and Emery too, and Ozil and Wenger. He was dropped by all three managers. His performance level has been going downhill. To knock another manager with the same Ozil stick is so short-sighted, and I'd have to argue that maybe you're more an Ozil fan than Arsenal fan. In all honesty, we can't use Mesut Ozil's name to knock managers after manager. When in reality, he's going soon. He's going to sign for the next club and love the next club and change all his bios, Instagram, Twitter, all of that. Arsenal's going to be removed and his new club's going to be put in, and then they're going to move, He moves on. So let's see. T says, Turkish, can you please do a video on a realistic January transfer window in the following days? And could I email or DM you on IG on the transfer? Yeah, DM me. I'll have a look through it tonight, hopefully, if I remember after the Lee stream, because I'm straight onto that after. But yeah. Code 12 says, Turkish, are you open to do another protest at the Emirates to the Kroenkes, because maybe a lot of people will turn up? I can't be the face of it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I can't be the face of it. The reaction that it had, me being the face of it, because I wasn't wrong, and I'm not wrong about this subject. But when people want to have an agenda, and I've seen that in motion, I'm someone that doesn't really spend a lot of time on social media. But obviously around that protest time, I did. And the reaction after and before and during, disgusting. So as much as I don't care about it, about all of that, I couldn't give a shit. I just know for a movement to work, it needs to come from somewhere no one expected. No one is connected to it that has been on AFTV, that has been in the AST, that is on YouTube, that is on Twitter, or just none of that. Just something just comes out of nowhere, bang. Movement, focus, direction, serious, Courtney Lindsay says, Turkish, you're one of the real ones, but the players are just not good enough. It seems like they've down tools, relegation from. And if they have down tools, then it's the players before it is Arteta. Because these players have not done nothing for us, for them to be able to down tools confidently with their chest. They haven't done nothing, So until they do something, I don't want to hear about no down tools. Because in reality, 8th and then where we are now, could it be any worse if we just got rid of a whole bunch of them a few months ago? It couldn't. And if it could, it couldn't be that much worse, because how much worse can it be? So Get these men out of the club. If there's any hint of down tools or anything like that, get them out, car. It is what it is, man. Jonathan says, Turkish, huge fan here. Jamaican, by the way. Big up everyone from all over the gaff. Jamaica, India, Asia, wherever you're tuning in from. Australia, England, London, wherever. Big up, appreciate it. Nearly 600 people. Hit the like button and keep on sending me your thoughts and all of that. Arsenal should buy these players. Dumfries, Dunk, Basuma, Kessie, Aouar, Szoboszlai. Problem is, these are players Arsenal will not look at. Basuma, good shout. He looks like a good player from last season, and he has started this season well. Kessie, not too sure about him. Haven't seen enough. Aouar, I've seen enough not to be too excited by that. He has potential, but Szoboszlai, yes, 100%. Dunk, maybe one of the next two we need, because we still need two. In terms of the next 3 years, I see Mari, Gabriel, and Saliba. We need two on top of that, because I don't want to see no one else currently at the club in terms of that department there. So Dunk and another one, maybe. I don't know about the age and all that, but there's other. James Ward-Prowse is someone I would take, and people might laugh and people might stand back a sec, but we need 3 or 4 midfielders. Maybe 2 of them attacking, 2 of them central. We need multiple midfielders. And we have to start looking all over the gaff, and being more shrewd, because it's the lack of shrewdness that's led us here. That's led to people saying, but you've spent money and all of that stuff. But in reality, yes, we have spent money, but we haven't spent it in the right way. Turkish, Arteta has a process. The players need to start listening. He needs time for his process. The players, I think they listen, but their body can't do what these managers are asking them to do. I'll be honest, that's what it seems like. I'm seeing Xhaka. I swear you've brought this up before. Turkish, trim your beard if you don't believe in Arteta, or don't trim it if you believe in Arteta. And you know the reality is, the funny thing is, I'm neither. I don't care for Arteta to believe in him or not believe in him. I don't believe in this board. And if I don't believe in them, then all of this season stuff to me, is just the same story I've watched before. And for me, crunch time comes summer. That's when for me, I want to see business, and I'm more invested into seeing, has this club really changed? Because if you don't change it up then, if you don't show intent then, proactive change then the season that comes is bound to be inconsistent. But you ain't going to get a different me until you show me something different in the transfer window. So I'm neither. I don't believe in him. I don't not believe in him. I don't believe in the structure, ownership, direction, ambition at this club to start talking about roles. I just know that under this owner, it's not happening. It's not happening. I'm about to wrap it up, people. Maybe a couple more minutes, so get your final thoughts in. But like I said, I'm going to be on Lee's channel at 9 p.m. Big Six show tomorrow. Arsenal Lounge Wednesday. Look out for that, people. Let's see what's going on in the comments. The final thoughts. Get your final thoughts in. Fabrice Rose says, good content as always. Mr. Bigger Picture. To be honest, I wouldn't sack the manager before 50% of the players and Kroenke. 100%. Because as much as people might be sick of the manager or sick of the club so much that they take out the frustration on the manager, are we not sick of these players? Because I'm sick of them. I can't, some of them, I can't even hope for the best anymore, because I'd be kidding myself. I can't even see, let's say, for example, I can't see Xhaka in the lineup with Ceballos and Willock as a free and think to myself anything more than, well, I've seen this before. It hasn't worked out. And it didn't work out by a country mile. So get strapped in, lads. It's going to be a long one. When I see Bellerin as right back, well, I know I'm not going to get much all round. I might get the odd good attacking position. Definitely not an overlap, but definitely not a tackle either. I don't know why today I feel like the me of old. We need Vieira and Roy Keane in the middle right now. Both of them. I'd take out 3 man right now just for these two, because these two can do the job of 3 of our current midfielders right now. Man said you look like a political freedom fighter. Oh, mate. Sorry, people, man. I'm just zoning out looking at the comments. Turkish, the fight of a Guendouzi and the calming influence after party and the middle water combination. It can work, people. Let's see what happens with Guendouzi. But at the same time, let's not kid ourselves to think the solutions are in-house. Quick fixes might be in-house, but the solutions are not. Yeah, they need to sick their git indeed, mate. They need to sick their git indeed. Have I missed any of these super chats before I go? No, I haven't. People, hit the like button, share, subscribe, do all of that. I'll be back on Lee's channel in 10 minutes. Until next time, which will be tomorrow on my channel for the Big Six show. At some point, I'll speak to the rest of the lads and get that going. Come on, my G. You just caught me right at the end. My guy, me and this guy go way back. Uni times. Come on. Kingston, all of that. But yeah, you caught me at the end, bro. Yeah, you caught me at the end. And it's probably better you did, because you don't want to listen to this, because me and you was talking about this 10 years ago, bro. Me and you, Ben, if you're still there, I beg you tell these people what we was talking about 10 years ago, before AFTV, before YouTube was popping. Me and you was discussing these problems 10 years ago at uni, in halls and all of that. We was discussing trash. When you look back at some of the arguments we had about some of the players in our side, my guy, it was a mess. But people, Ben might be gone, but I certainly am. I've got 10 minutes until Lee's stream starts. I've got to go make a cuppa and calm down a bit. Oh, he's back here. Man said, he knows this, I'm not telling no lies. I didn't come on the internet to change a persona and act brand new. I've been moaning about the same shit for a lot longer than you, man, have seen me on YouTube. And I'm sure you have too, So let's keep it going, people. We are slowly but surely adding to the numbers that we have in terms of eyes open. Slowly but surely we'll get somewhere. People, I am out. Tune in 10 minutes to Lee's channel for the weekend roundup, and tune into my channel tomorrow for the Big Six